because I lost, I forget something, but you are very punctual. I am grateful for your punctuality and reminder. So let me allow to start this class. So in this course of ethical hacking, I am Dr. Vishwajit Pandey, senior member of IEEE, and I hope all of you are at least a student member or professional member of IEEE. I am associate professor here, and someday all of you become a professor in any university across the globe. Then we'll become the student-teacher relationship will stop and will become a colleague. And everyone know I did PhD from here and I am professor. Everyone know about me, so just going to Unit 2 and this is a Unit 2 and Lecture 2. And as I have told, I will take two lectures in only installing Kali Linux. In previous lecture, I discussed how we install Kali Linux in a virtual box. Today I will discuss how we install Kali Linux in cloud. Why cloud? Because if I install Kali Linux in my virtual box and if I disconnect my PC with internet, then no one can attack me. I am the boss. No one can attack me because I have no internet and also if I create some link of phishing, it will not work outside my network if I am connecting to a LAN or WAN. Then. But if I'm working on a cloud and with a public IP assigned to a Kali Linux operating system, then anyone can attack. Even I can attack with my laptop. Even my friend can attack with my laptop on that cloud. That's why cloud is a necessity. Cloud helps our time because you've seen the steps which I discussed in previous class. Kali Linux installation take more approx 1 hour. But here installing Kali Linux on a cloud take only 5 to 10 minutes because it is already installed. So we are just creating instance and we are using in our account. That's all. So, if a 1 million people install Kali Linux in their virtual box or in their PC or laptop, 1 million hour of this humanity going to destroy. But if 1 million, the same 1 million people going to use the Kali Linux on a AWS cloud, they spend only 5 to 10 minutes, so we'll save 95% time. Also, by Kali Linux on cloud accessible across the globe, I can access them from anywhere. Anyone can attack on it. I can defend that. But if I install Kali Linux in my laptop, no one will attack on it. And then if there is a no attack, then there is a no need for defense. So, outline of lecture number 11, that is a Unit 2, Lecture 2, installing Kali Linux on AWS server. Kali Linux is one of the most popular penetration testing OS with more than 1000 of hacking tools pre-installed in it like Metasploit framework, Aircrack package for wireless cracking, various network scanning tool, web application scanning tool like WP scan, Zoom scan, etc. So it has a more than 1000 of hacking tool. And in our MTech 2 year MTech course, in 1 year 365 days, in 2 year we have 730 days. 730 days. So
Hi all,
in
this
a
is
one day,
and in this module we're going to talk all about shell scripting. But before we begin, let me discuss the outline of the topics I'm going to cover for today. So first of
sorry, one video is running in my YouTube and I forget to close. Okay, sorry. Then let me start the class once again and then so, Kali Linux has more than 1000 hacking tools pre-installed in it. like Metasploit framework, AirCrack package for wireless cracking, various network scanning tool, web application scanning tool like WP scan, Zoom scan, etc. And in a 1 year, there are 365 days. In 2 years, we have 730 days, and there are more than 1000 tools in a hacking industry. So, if you learn at least 1 and 1.5 tools per day, then we can learn all tools. In this lecture, we shall learn a complete installation of Kali Linux machine on AWS server with free public IP. There are so many tutorials on internet to learn Kali Linux, but all are with virtual machine, where we can get any public IP and we can't do anything outside the local network. So the best method is to run Kali Linux on cloud, that is on AWS, Amazon Web Server, or it may be a TWA, or it may be using the cloud of TryHackMe, or using the cloud of Microsoft Azure. So let us start it by creating a free account on AWS by clicking aws.amazon.com. So my dear student, you may open this link and parallelly try to sign in, and if you will sign it, then it will easy to flow. Otherwise, you will have to recreate or you have to use this recording of this class or this slide, and you can do it further. So options is yours. So when you open aws.amazon.com, it will open this type of a screen, and that's again free hands-on experience with AWS for 12 months. And I think this 12 months is enough for completion of this first year, and after that we'll think or we'll shift to Microsoft Azure and utilize their free services there. So 1 year AWS, 1 year Microsoft, and course will over. So Amazon Web Service free tier is designed to enable you to get hands-on experience with AWS cloud services. The AWS free tier includes services with a free tier available for 12 months, following your AWS sign-up dates, as well as additional services offers that do not automatically expire at the end of your 12-month AWS free tier term. Sign in or create an AWS account. Here you can select I am a new user, or if you have already registered, then you can I am returning user and my password is this, or you can log in by anywhere. So after filing correct email, it will ask payment detail, where they will charge around 2 INR, although it is a free, but they will charge 2 INR in order to verify our existence, and they will return or they will refund it later. So which is nothing but a $0.03 USD, or we can say 3 cent. After filing all correct details, they will ask for a mobile verification. That means they will send an OTP, which does not take so much time to verify. Immediately they will activate your account, and you will get an instant emailing confirmation regarding your account setup. So when you get registration confirmation, then you will sign into the console. The message, so welcome to Amazon Web Services. Thank you for creating Amazon Web Services account. We are activating your account. We should only take a few minutes. You will receive an email when this is complete. So AWS services. So by signing into AWS, just click on launch a virtual machine with EC2, and that is the first option. Launch a virtual machine with EC2. So here you have two options. One is a quick launch and EC2 instance, and second is a advanced EC2 launch instance. So for Ubuntu or Windows, go to quick launch. For Kali Linux, go with advanced EC2 launch. So it is a quick launch and EC2 instance. Here it's a Imagine EC2 provides virtual machine in the AWS cloud known as EC2 instances. So this quick launch wizard let you create an EC2 instance with AWS recommended default configuration. If you need more option or fine-grained control over instance parameter, please use the advanced EC2 launch instance wizard. So during quick launch and EC2 instance, it say get started creating a general purpose instance in the US West regions. Here it show your India region that is a powerful enough to run the most web apps. So here we have to type the name. Here we may type the name called Vanita Johnson Limrana. Any name we can give and that will the name of our virtual machine. And here we click on the use this name. So we just fill out the instance name and where we selected Ubuntu 14.0 for LTS. So it is a fourth option, we select it and it's a Ubuntu Server 14.0 LTS HBM EVS General Purpose SSD Volume Type Support Available from Canonical and then we click on the next. Further, we need to select the instance type which is t2.micro because this is the only instance which is eligible for free tier, but you can also look out for other instances by clicking on edit links on the right side. So it's a select an instance type and it's a t2.micro. t2.micro instance provide a core virtual CPU with a speed up to 3.3 gigahertz and it also gives 1 GB RAM free and it also gives 8 GB storage. If you want more RAM, if you want more storage, then we have to pay for it. Otherwise, if you can manage our operation within 1 GB RAM and 8 GB storage and up to 1 core CPU, then we need not pay anything. Then we create a key pair. Imagine easy to secure your instance using a key pair. In these steps, you will download the private key to your computer. Save it in a safe place and use it when you connect to your instance. And here you may assign any name of your private key or you give your private key. It, AWS does not keep a copy of your private key and it cannot be recovered. If lost, please save it in a safe place. So okay, start download and save your private key. So within 1 to 2 minutes, your instance will be ready with Ubuntu machine along with a free public IP. And the message show your instance is launching. It show Imagine EC2 is launching your instance. This process should only take a few minutes. You can proceed to the EC2 console while this process takes place. And its status is in progress and then final status will be a status completed. And now we have a Ubuntu machine along with a free public IP. For Kali Linux, you need to click on Advanced EC2 Launch Instance Wizard. So quick launch an EC2 instance. Imagine EC2 provide virtual machine in the AWS cloud called the EC2 instances. So if someone asks what is a EC2 instance, that means you are asking it is a virtual machine. The quick launch wizards let you create an EC2 instance with AWS recommended default configuration. If you need more option or fine-grained control over instance parameter, please use the advanced EC2 launch instance wizard. Then we click on get started. Then in next screen, we go to AWS Marketplace and we search Kali Linux by OpenShift Security. This AMI Imagine Machine image, you should remember this term AMI, that is Imagine Machine image. Imagine Machine image is free tier eligible for 12 months. So step 1 is choose an Imagine Machine image. So what is AMI? AMI is a template that contains the software configuration that may be operating system, application server, and application required to launch your instance. You can select an AMI provided by AWS or user community or the AWS marketplace, or you can select one of your own AMIs. So here we search Kali Linux, we find it at it. So it is available at the rate of 0 hours for software per $0 per hour. That means I did not pay anything here. Plus AWS usage fees. So if I am taking more than 1 GB RAM, more than 8 GB storage, then I will pay some AWS usage fee that will add it. So here Kali Linux is a free $0 per hour available on cloud. So it is a Linux or Unix. It is a 64-bit Imagine machine image and it was last updated in 2019, maybe 16 October 2019. Kali Linux is a Debian-based Linux distribution aimed at advanced penetration testing and security auditing. It is a definition. Kali contains several hundred tools aimed at various information. If you want to read more about Kali, click on more info. Otherwise, click on the select. So till now, any have any doubt, please ask me. Then in step 2. So are you waiting for doubt? Anyone may ask any questions? Or my students are intelligent, so I may go further. So in second step, I choose an instance type. So let me drink some water. You may raise your questions. In second step, choose an instance type. There are so many pre-trial instances are there, so we selected T2.micro instance, which include 1 GB RAM. If you not need more RAM and more storage, you can select those two, but they will definitely charge for higher configuration. Here step 2, choose an instance type and here it is written Amazon EC to provide a wide selection of instance type optimized to fit different use cases. Instances are virtual servers that can run applications. They have varying combination of CPU, memory, storage, and networking capacity and give you the flexibility to choose the appropriate mix of resources for your application. So learn more about instance type, how they can meet your computing needs. So here currently selected mark with the blue button and it's written T2.micro. It has a variable ECUS. And what is a ECUS? And what is a EBS? So EBS is nothing but a AWS Elastic Block Store. Is an Amazon block level storage solution used with EC2 cloud service to store persistent data. So EBS Elastic Block Store. So EBS is Elastic Block Store. And what is ECU? So nothing. Here elastic control unit, elastic block store, EBS is a elastic block store and ECU is a elastic control unit. It gives us a one virtual CPU with a speed up to 2.5 gigahertz frequency, and that CPU belongs to an Intel Xeon family, and they gives us a 1 GB RAM. So the vendor recommends using a T2 dot large instance or a larger. So here they are recommending to use T2 dot large, but I will not use because I have to pay. So I will use T2 dot micro and click on review and launch. Then in step 7, review instance launch. Here that means please review your instance launch detail. You can go back to edit changes for each section. Click launch to assign a key pair to your instance and complete the launch process. Improve your instance's security. Your security group Kali Linux 2016 to Autogen by AWS MP is open to the world. Here it say your instance may be accessible from any IP address, so we recommend that you update your security groups rules to allow access from one IP address only. But that will not do, otherwise anyone can't able to attack on my system and then on my virtual machine. And if no one will able to attack on it, then there how I will make it more defendable. So you can also open additional ports in your security groups to facilitate access to the application or service you are running. And for example, HTTP/AT for web servers. So this is a warning they are showing. But until unless when I will not configure web server or when I will not make any web-based application or any website on my Kali Linux on cloud, then I will need not open it ports. But when I make a website, when I make it my cloud as a hosting of that website, then I must open 80 ports for HTTP and 437 for HTTPS. So it is showing instance type. So instance type we have selected is T2.micro, elastic control unit is variable, virtual CPU is 1 GB RAM, and instance storage is elastic block store, and network performance is low to moderate. There is a security group name and description of the security group name is this security group was generated by AWS Marketplace and is based on recommended setting for Kali Linux version 2016.2 provided by Kali Linux. Then we click on launch. Then in next you can even generate new key pair for logging into AWS console, or you can also go with the existing key pair which we generate while configuring Ubuntu machine. So select an existing key pair or create a new key pair. A key pair consists of a public key that AWS stores and a private key file that you store. Together, they allow you to connect to your instance securely. For Windows AMI, the private key file is required to obtain the password used to log into your instance. For Linux AMI, the private key file allows you to securely access it into your instance. The selected key pair will be added to the set of key authorized for the instance. Learn more about removing existing key pair from public AMI, and then we click on the instances. Here we are choosing existing key pair and then we are clicking on launch instances. Within 2 to 3 minutes your Kali Linux virtual machine will be ready and you can see all your instances in your dashboard link. Now the next step is to log in to this AWS machine with the help of SSH. So you are done configuring with Kali Linux. Now we need two tools for logging into console. Console of what? Console of AWS server or console of cloud. So first tool is PuTTY. It converts AWS private key into PuTTY format and there is a PuTTY SSH client. I think you must have used PuTTY. Although Putty does not support AWS generated key pair, so you have to convert this AWS key pair into Putty format with the help of Putty Gen tool, which you can download from this link. When you click here, you go to that link. Open Putty Gen tool and load the downloaded private key file and select the RSA as a generation methods and click on the Save Private Key. Here it is a Save Private Key. You can also generate private key with extra layer security by putting key phrases, key phrases. Here you can type your key phrases and then you are selecting RSA as a generation method and click on Save Private Key. We are providing number of bit in a generated key and then now open Putty tool and load the newly generated private key under the authentication category. During under authentication parameter, we click on browse and we go to, or we can say in the auth category, we click here into option open and then we browse and we go to the newly generated private key and open the SSH console with the user EC2 user. Here is so here you can see the most awaiting terminal with Kali Linux with root users. So congratulations, you have installed Kali Linux on your AWS server. So please note, this is the minimal version of Kali Linux with less tool. To use it further or update it to latest version, you have to follow these steps further. Sudo su. Then you can put the cat space and then etc apt sources.list and then we can type dev and then we can provide the locations and also you can use this following commands and these are the explanation of commands. Sudo -s will elevate you to a root. Cat space etc apt sources.lst will update package repository list. apt key will add an updated package signing key to the apt key ring. apt get update and apt get this upgrade will update package list and upgrade the Kali distribution to version 2. Now you have two options. Either you can install Kali Linux full tools by typing this command apt-get install Kali Linux full, or you can also install top 10 tools by typing this command apt-get install Kali Linux top 10. But till now, what you have installed that is a command line interface. There is a no graphical access in the Kali Linux operating system. You have installed an AWS server. In order to get graphical access, you have to get VNC over SSH so that you will get graphical access of your Kali Linux virtual machine. For GUI access, you need to install some flowing package in your Kali Linux with Putty 2. And these are the packages. So when you now you have installed Kali Linux and now you have a graphical access, then you can run Metasploit. You need to initialize a Metasploit database, then start the Metasploit console by typing these commands. And these commands are sudo /etc/init.it /postgresql start, sudo msfdb init, sudo msf console. And now you have done a miracle job. Now you have installed Kali Linux on Amazon Web Services, or we can say the most or the greatest cloud in this world, or the top cloud service provider in this world. So, any questions? Please ask. Till now, we have finished 15 lecture, 12 theory and 3 lab. Tomorrow there will 2 more. So, Johnson presents. Johnson, who is table? Only 3. Where is Johnson? Where is Jacob? So, any know where is Johnson? Where is Jacob? Vanita? Sayed, where is your friends?
Yes, sir. I'm actually in home, sir. I don't know about
Oh,
them.
no problem. Everyone is now at home. Only I am in college. Sayed match, but the Johnson are absent. Sayed match.
Sir, lectures are coming to college, sir.
Teacher, I am in college. No students are coming to
Yes.
college. Kubra
Okay.
absent and then Librana present. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your precious time and your efforts to join this class. And I hope by end of this day, everyone have installed Kali Linux on Amazon Web Services. But still, I have not able to install it because my credit card verification there was some problem. My account debited, but Amazon did not receive payment. But you may try, and if anyone able to install, then they may inform me. Then they can share their user ID and password. I will. No, no need to share. So please install Kali Linux on cloud and explore the features available there. And just give me the IP address or give IP address of your Kali Linux cloud to everyone, and we will make a take on your virtual machine. And you will defend it, you will learn. So maybe all 3 install, all 3 get a public IP, all 3 share with the all other students and say, this is my public IP of Kali Linux on cloud, attack it. Try to attack on it, and then I will make it more secure. So now I'm going to stop the